The hotel room. The traveler, weary from a long journey, arrived at the isolated hotel just as dusk was falling. The building stood alone, an imposing structure on a desolate hill. Its exterior, worn and neglected, hinted at secrets within its walls. As he approached the front desk, the receptionist looked up with a forced smile. "Good evening," the traveler greeted, his voice echoing slightly in the vast, empty lobby. "I'd like a room for the night." The receptionist hesitated, glancing down at the register. "We have one room available," she said slowly, her eyes flicking to the old-fashioned key rack behind her. "Room 13. The traveler's brow furrowed. "Is there something wrong with it?" The receptionist shook her head quickly. No. It's just, no one usually stays in that room, but it's perfectly fine, I assure you." Her words were unconvincing, but the traveler was too tired to care. "I'll take it," he said, holding out his hand for the key. The receptionist handed it over reluctantly, her fingers lingering on the cold metal. "If you need anything, just call," she said softly, watching him as he made his way to the elevator. Room 13 was at the end of a dimly lit corridor. The traveler unlocked the door and stepped inside, feeling a chill despite the warm evening. The room was simple, with a single bed, a small table, and a large antique mirror hanging on the wall opposite the closet. He set down his bag and collapsed onto the bed, too exhausted to notice the faint scratches on the closet door. Hours later, the traveler awoke to a soft scratching sound. He lay still, listening intently. The noise continued, accompanied by faint whispers that seemed to emanate from the closet. His curiosity overcame his fear, and he slowly got out of bed, moving towards the source of the disturbance. He opened the closet door, revealing only darkness and an old, dusty mirror inside. The scratching and whispers ceased instantly. Puzzled, he stepped closer to the mirror, wiping away the dust to see his reflection clearly. As he stared, his reflection smiled, a twisted, malevolent grin that sent shivers down his spine. Before he could react, the room plunged into darkness. The traveler felt an icy grip on his arm, pulling him towards the mirror. He tried to scream, but no sound escaped his lips. His reflection stepped out of the mirror, its eyes glowing with a sinister light. The last thing the traveler saw was his own terrified face as he was dragged into the mirror's depths. The next morning, the receptionist arrived to find the hotel eerily silent. She approached the front desk and gasped. The key to room 13 lay there, covered in dust as if untouched for years. Room 13 was empty, the bed neatly made, and no sign of the traveler. The mirror in the closet was spotless, reflecting the room's emptiness. The receptionist shuddered, knowing she would never speak of this to anyone. She placed the key back on the rack, where it would wait for the next